So please tell us your name and your roll number.
Sir, my name is Sanjib Kumar Nayak. My roll number is 323098.
Okay. Without telling your name, please give us a brief introduction.
Sir, I belong to Bhadrak district. I have passed out my 10th and 12th from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Bhadrak. I completed my graduation from College of Agriculture Bhawanipatna, and I completed my post-graduation from Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya. And my hobbies are like kitchen gardening and playing volleyball. And I opted for Odisha Administrative Service as my first preference.
Tell me something about your achievements.
Sir, I have secured All India Rank 6 in ICR PG exam in 2020 in Agribusiness Management Department, and I have got Best Associate Award in Agriculture Development Assist Program.
You have received your JRF, huh?
Yes, sir.
So currently, you have just completed your PG.
Just completed on September 9th.
And you have joined any PhD program?
No, sir.
You plan to join?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose you are selected this year, then what are you going to do? You can't pursue both together.
Yes, sir. I will try to get an online course in PhD.
In agriculture?
Yes, sir.
That's possible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming to a 10th standard, your career has been in the higher first class entire career. So you give me 3-4 good reasons why you are interested in civil services, not in the academia, especially with your, even in industry, agricultural industry, agricultural solutions industry. Why you're interested for civil services?
Sir, in my 4th year in Rawai program, I worked under BDO and Assistant Agriculture Officer in Rawai program. At that time, I realized that if I work in agriculture sector, I will be limited to only development in agriculture sector. But civil service exam can give me an opportunity to involve myself in development administration, revenue administration, and enforcement administration. And it can give me diversity of roles and challenges. And I can be a part of development of state as well as part of development of people. So that's why I'm interested.
Okay. Your this is what BSc in agriculture you have done.
Yes,
That's a 4 years course.
Yes, sir.
So there was a 1 year gap after +2. You're preparing for something?
Yes, sir. I prepared for medical exam.
Okay. Tell me something about the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, the Navodaya Vidyalaya scheme. Who started it? What are the goals of the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya? And which state in India does not have this Navodaya Vidyalayas?
So Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya started in 1985 to promote the best high standard education in every state and every district. Firstly, there are 2 JNVs set up in Maharashtra and Haryana, and now there are 585 JNVs that have been established. And it is select the student from rural areas through JNVST exam. And it promotes the meritocracy and social representation in education sector. It provides quality education along with ICT knowledge and high quality education. It is affiliated by CBSE. It provides free commodities and hostel for students and free education. So these are the things JNV provide.
Okay. So your hobbies include kitchen gardening. What are the plants you have in your kitchen garden?
Sir, in trees, I have mango, papaya, moringa, and pomegranate. In vegetables, I have grown tomato, brinjal, chilies, pointed gourd, and bitter gourd. And in shrubs, tulsi and coriander.
Mm-hmm. What are the fertilizers that you use for them?
So mostly organic fertilizer, but sometimes there is deficiency, so I use DAP,
What is that DAP?
diammonium phosphate.
It is what kind of fertilizer?
It is phosphorus and potassium, phosphorus and nitrogen.
What is the recommended ratio of this NPK fertilizers in the soil? That's the ratio, no? Like N, P, and K should be there in this proportion in a soil.
Sir, I have,
Okay,
I can recall.
okay, fine. So you got the best associate award in agriculture development associate program. What basically was the work profile there? What were you doing?
Sir, mostly it is a scheme uh, to involve in the real life situation of an assistant agriculture officer,
Hmm.
and involvement in scheme implementation, data collection, and learning by doing activity.
Hmm.
So these are three things I have involved in associate program. We have done several schemes like seed treatment program, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Yojana, and Kalia scheme.
Hmm. Okay. Why have you taken home science as one of your optionals? Agriculture is your domain. Most of your other friends have taken agriculture and forestry, but you have chosen home science and agriculture. Why home science?
So home science is a optional that is related to our daily life, and I have chosen home science because the course of home science, that is food technology extension education, that is mostly repeated in agriculture also. So it becomes much easier for me to adapt for home science rather than forestry.
Odisha Police Service is your last preference. Any
Yes, sir.
specific reason?
Yes, sir. I have asthma.
Okay. So okay, that's why you have kept it last. Okay. This is your which attempt in this exam?
So this is my first attempt.
This is your first attempt.
Yes, sir.
So recently, are you aware of the new indigenous aircraft carrier which has been inducted into the Indian Navy?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
INS Vikrant has
Tell
been
me something
inducted.
about it.
Sir, INS Vikrant has been inducted recently. It is a 45,000 ton Indian aircraft carrier. It is built by Cochin Shipyard Limited. It will give boost to our Indian naval security, and 75% of its component are indigenous and others are outsourced. And it is going through sea trial for 2 years. Now it has been inducted.
Mhm. What are the major roadblocks for farm mechanization in Odisha? Why we are not as advanced as, let's say, Punjab or Haryana in farm mechanization?
Sir, in Odisha, there are various reasons, but the major one is small size of land holding. 53% of Odisha's farmers are marginal farmers. So they have very small size of land. And second thing is lack of awareness about subsidies given by the government in machines. And third is in Odisha, most of the people use indigenous technology and do farming by using labor. So less mechanization is used. So the demand for mechanization is less.
Mhm. Okay. Government has tried to stop stubble burning in the adjoining states of Delhi, but so they have tried to use some bio decomposers, so that the stubble can be decomposed. So but it is facing resistance from the farmers. As a student of agriculture, can you analyze this situation? Why the farmers, they are given almost free, so still then they are not interested to use it. Why? What are the reasons?
Sir, I have no idea about it.
Okay, fine. You can just go through that. You know what is this issue about?
Yes, sir. I know the issue, but I don't know the reason, sir.
Okay, okay. So recently, our Prime Minister, he in his Man Ki Baat program, he um, mentioned one of the local foods of Odisha, and he praised it.
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Uh, do you have any idea about the millet mission of our state government?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Recently, in Odisha, millet mission has been highly successful. It is mainly grown in Koraput area,
Hmm.
where it is indigenously cultivated.
Hmm.
Rather than other schemes where there is multi-location yield trial, this is single location yield trial. So it has given success in the indigenous area of Koraput, the millet mission. It can be grown in adverse condition, require less water, can be grown in rain-fed areas. So, and it is high vitamin and mineral content.
Hmm.
That's why, sir, millet becomes an essential component. So millet mission is successful in Odisha.
Mhm. Okay. Are you aware of the controversy related to right to abortion in USA after the recent Supreme Court decision?
Yes, sir. In recently in USA, the state versus Roe, the state versus the right to abortion has been given to the uh, states of the USA that they can make laws according to the state legislature. So before that, in 1973, the women are given the right to choose about abortion, but recently it has been changed, overturned. So there is very severe protest, but in India there is laws for up to 6 months of pregnancy they can be aborted. I think women should have the choice to abort until 24 weeks after before the full development of the baby. After the full development of the baby, there should not be abortions. Only in critical cases, exception where the health of the woman is involved. In a recent case in Delhi, High Court has given the decision about a girl who has been pregnant more than 8 months. She has applied for the abortion, but the Delhi High Court has declined it, saying that it will be a case of murder if giving abortion to a full-grown baby.
Mhm. What is your opinion regarding this?
Sir, according to today's technology, the child who can be birthed after 6 months can survive with the help of supporting systems. But before 6 months, it cannot survive. So women can have abortion in case of health or any emergency situation or rape case up to 6 months. After the 6 months, I think it will be a case of murder if we destroy a human life that can survive if born at that time. So it should be given up to 6 months.
Okay. In India?
In India, sir, MTP Act 1973, Maternal Termination Pregnancy Act 1973 is applied. It allowed up to 24 weeks of pregnancy abortion with the consultants of doctors. After that, there is need to be consultancy with court and approved by court. Then can only abort in various rare cases, like when the woman's health is in danger. In that case,
Mm-hmm. When is your interview?
it's around 25th September.
25th September.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is observed in 25th September?
So 25th September is observed as National Daughters Day,
Hmm. Then.
World Pharmacist Day,
Hmm. And
National Logistic Day. I don't know.
okay. You know the concept of Antodaya? Antodaya.
Recently, food grain has been distributed in the scheme under Antyodaya Yojana.
25th September is also Antodaya Divas.
Yes, sir.
Do you know who is Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya? Have you heard the name?
Yes, I heard the name.
His
There is,
contribution?
sir, I don't know. There are certain schemes in his name in power sector, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Yojana, power sector scheme.
Okay. Fine. Suppose you are selected for this post and you are given the responsibility of popularizing government schemes in a very remote village in which primitive tribes are residing. There are 100 people are there. They don't want to mix with, they don't want to adopt the modern ways, and that is why educational and health indicator level there is quite low. Okay, but the government wants that they should come to the mainstream. Okay, since you've taken home science as your optional, so you are asked to develop a extension program for that. How will you ensure that these primitive tribes they participate in this in your program? Because they are not interested normally.
Sir, I will formulate programs that will be best suitable for them. I will analyze their conditions, in which what they want and what they are willing to do. Then I will formulate the program and I'll promote awareness about it, and I will involve public participation model or community development model so that they will participate in schemes. Uh, a scheme like My Upkari Bogicha by government, where the people participate in the gardening activities in their home and they get incentivized by the government. Like that, such scheme, I will bring such programs which will incentivize them and they will participate in the development process in their health and education both.
But why will they believe you? They don't even know you, isn't it?
Sir, I will follow the model of local leadership, and like cultural activities. Like if there are area like some drama programs, uh, Loko Nritya, those type of cultural activities I will involve so that people can have faith in that government. And I will promote local leadership, result demonstration, and method demonstration. These methods I will use.
Mhm. According to you, you name any five of the most important virtues.
Of Odisha, sir.
Virtues, five virtues of any administrator. Five qualities that every administrator should have. So many qualities are there. You name first five, or most important five. What you feel?
I will honesty,
Hmm.
hardworking,
Okay. Third,
Sympathy.
empathetic. Okay.
Then well-mannered.
Okay. Fourth.
And empathetic, sir.
What is the difference between sympathy and empathy?
So in sympathy, if someone is suffering, I may feel sad because he is suffering. But in empathy, I will try to understand why he is suffering, and I will put myself in his situation, and I will try to solve it.
So, which is more important, sympathy or empathy for an administrator?
I think so empathy is more important. As an administrator, we have to understand the people's problem as their point of view. That can help us make good decisions.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what is the total length of the training period for OS?
No, sir.
Mm. Okay. What has been the effect of this war between Russia and Ukraine on India from different point of views? Economic, strategic, etc.
In economic point of view, there has been a rise in inflation, breakdown of supply chain, shortage of food, and there are economic sanctions on Russia, and Russia, so trade has been disrupted. In politically, there has been two bipolarization, and there are certain pressures from other countries on India to choose a side, and there has been migration problem also. And environmental damage.
Okay. So that will be the end of the interview. You can write down some feedback. The paper and pen is there. You can write it down so that you can improve on that. So number one, take down um, your sitting position, etc. That is fine. Okay, sitting position and all that is quite fine. So I don't think that is okay. Uh, the content of the answer is good. Suppose you do not know the answer, you are taking some time, okay,
Yes.
to just say no. So once you understand that you do not know the answer, okay, you can, without waiting a lot, you can just inform that.
Directly say no.
Okay, directly say that, sorry, sir, I do not know the answer, whatever. You can rephrase it in any other way. So that is number one. Second is that although your content is good, answer content is good, sometimes what is happening is that you are, excuse me, you are very serious. Okay, so smile has to be there throughout the interview. Okay, smile without revealing your teeth and all. Okay, only through the lips. So
Yes, sir.
smile has to maintain. Quality of answer is good. Content of answer is good. Only thing is that you have to practice that in case there will be a lot of questions which you will not be able to answer. So just let them know without any guessing or bluffing that you do not know the answer.
Yes.
Okay. The rest, I think everything is fine. The two optionals you have taken, agriculture and home science, this year the marks are very high in both the optionals. So assuming you have done well in that, I think you will get a very high rank. Okay, but just keep this in mind that you need to ensure that the points which I said, okay, those points are taken care of, especially the seriousness. Okay,
Yes.
because your posture, your frame of body, and everything is fine. Just like the picture of that idol candidate which the interviewer wants. Only thing is that you are very serious. Okay, there's no need of being serious because your knowledge base is very good. Your achievements are very good. Okay.
Mm.
And directly, this is your first attempt, the first attempt you've come so far. So everything is positively in your side. Okay. So just keep this in mind that you have to have a smile.
Yes.
Okay. So in case 3 or 4 answers you are unable to say, this is going to adjust that. Okay.
So when they ask a question, if I don't know, can I answer like, ma'am, I don't know, sir, I don't, like this, am I smiling or not?
No. Smiling in the sense that you should not appear that you're happy that you don't know. Okay. And the thing is that, but on the other hand, it should not be also like you have done some crying. Okay. So naturally, you can just say that, sir, I'm unaware of this answer. Do not know whatever you have to say. Okay. So that would be it. But you are, you will get a good rank.
Okay.